We keep telling this government to stop playing with young people.
We Albert, amka bwana. Abante. Ni kama hii chana Albert tumenyorosha tukatandika mpaka ikafariki. Sasa tutajitetea namna gani kwa hii maneno bwana? Abande kito bwana. Mimi sitakufundisha kila kitu bwana. Ita media ambia hao hii chana imejigongesha kichwa kwa ukuta ikafariki.
Hi cousins. Truth must be told. Albert Ojwang murder was well stipulated in Kifo Kisimani, done by the police officers. Listen to me. I'm gonna read it for you. There's two conversations between two police officers. Askari wa kwanza: tumemkamata mshukiwa. Same thing happened to Albert from Homa Bay to Nairobi. Askari wa pili: hiyo hatua ya kwanza. Hatua ya pili ni lazima auawe kwa kudhalilisha utawala wa Mtemi Bokono mtandaoni. This is exactly what happened to Albert with the tweet on X. Wait right there. Chanzo cha kifo chake lazima kiaminike na wanabutangi. So, Albert's murder has to be believed by the masses, by the people, by us. Askari wa kwanza: niko na wazo nzuri. So I have a good idea. Ripoti iandikwe kwamba mshukiwa alijiua katika seli kwa kugongesha kichwa chake kwenye ukuta. Askari wa pili: hilo ni wazo nzuri sana. Can you imagine Albert Ojwang murder was well stipulated in Kifo Kisimani? The same thing the IG of police, Douglas Kanja, came to tell us. The reports, the things that they are telling us, they're actually laughable. This is a well reflection of what this regime is willing to go, how much they are willing to stretch to silence the dissent, to commit atrocities. How can this be a coincidence? How can it be a coincidence, fam? Cousins. This is a set book that we did in high school. Most of you have read it. Kifo Kisimani. The dictator, Mtemi Bokono, is the same thing that we're having Ruto. And anyone who seems to have a different opinion, anyone who seems to have, like to question the ruling of this regime, they ought to be silenced. Cousins, where are we heading? What kind of a government do we have here, honestly? How many are they going to kill? How many are they going to silence? How long is this going to go? How many souls are we going to lose? It started in June 25th. We lost about 100 youth, 100 young men and women. For what reasons? Even today we never got answers. No justice, no nothing. That's another one gone. That's another soul gone. Brian, the only son in the family, gone. The family is left with nothing. And there's nothing will be done about it.
Tumefukuza huyo mama alikuja hapa anajiita women rep. Tumemtoa mbio because we don't entertain any stupidity. Ule amekufa. Anakuja hapa mfufue. Anakuja ukafufuke ama. Kama huyu mwenyewe amejificha hataki kutoka, kuja tuongeleshe one on one. Anaongoja tusanye moja moja kituweka center kituua. Central imekuwa ni mortuary. Central is not a police station. Central is not a police station. It is a mortuary. And we want to entertain any stupidity in this Kenya. So long as tuko live, tutaongea, we will speak out, we will say the truth, we will not give a damn. And I already said.
What will be the next solution after this?
After this, sisi tumepeana warning today. Tumesema wacha kifo ya huyu kijana ikuwe last. Kifo yote ikitokea, Bana kama ni kuingia huko tutaingia na tutauliwa wote. This is shameful. Totally shameful in this case. It is shameful. Shameful. Mama polisi shameful. Hiyo siruia trouser umevaa ni pesa yangu. Nguo umevaa ni pesa yangu. Kofia uko nayo ni pesa yangu. Tiaga tunaturushia ni pesa yangu. Mimi kitu siitishi polisi ni ngoza peke yake. Siruali amevaa ndani sijui mali alinunua.
Cousins, it has been confirmed. Albert was brutally murdered. Blunt force trauma. That's what it is. Honestly, by the time anafika police station, if you ask me, based off of Nilionati, there is blood splatter all over the wall. It seems muliendelea pia kwa hiyo cell. Hiyo CCTV mbona ipatikani? Nasikia it's deleted. What the hell are we doing? Besides that, may I just told these guys for this. By the way, if you have these digital prints, if you have the audios, please tell us. Kenyans need to hear. Kenyans need to know. We are tired.
Albert, we did the postmortem. We have 5 pathologists. We all agreed on the outcome of that postmortem. We checked all over his body. We checked his skin. It was quite okay. But there were a lot of injuries. When we went deep to the skin, there were a lot of injuries in the skin. Actually, the skin, the injuries were almost everywhere in the body. There were injuries in the neck, there were injuries in the back. In fact, the injuries were the back were very bad because when we examined inside, we found that actually the injuries were very serious and very deep and inflicted with a lot of force because there was bleeding inside the skin, which we could not see. And then the thing is that actually Albert had no disease at all because we checked each and every organ. He had no disease at all. And then when we checked where we found a lot of his injuries, they were around the head. The whole head was full of blood. The whole head. On top of the head, we normally call it scalp, it was full of blood. And then when we checked inside, that blood went inside his brain. So the cause of death of Albert is because of head injury caused by blunt trauma, and he had signs of neck compression apart from the multiple injuries which were all over the body. So I think from there, I think very important is that I will be able to write a report which will be very detailed for the lawyer. As the most important thing for us pathologists, we write the report to the lawyer. Of course, there's a report for the police which will be, we will sign all of us. That is a report which is for the police, and the police will be able to use it later in prosecution. But us, as a pathologist, have a commitment to write a report to the family through the lawyers, so that they can be able to interrogate the report and they will be able to present it in court. When I'm supposed to come to court, I'll come there and give the evidence still using the same report which I'll be able to give to the lawyers of the family. This report, it will not take a long time, but I need to each and every aspect which we found, it will be documented and in details. Now, we have already taken some specimens for toxicology. They are not that very important, but we need to check if there's anything which happened to Albert. But we know the cause of death is actually the injuries which were there. But we want to check, was there anything else which was given, because it's always very important. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and it's just to start by saying self-abduction, self-killing, self-murder, and this narrative has been falsified. It is undisputable fact that Albert has been killed by the state. And the execution was happening in a very short period of time because he checked in Central around 9:30 something. By 1, he was dead. Means that it was execution with the supersonic speed. So the questions the family is asking are very legitimate. And we want to ask questions not to police service. We want to zero into which officer gave which order to execute what and who executed it. We don't want blanket investigation. So we're asking for very specific investigation. For someone to go for your head, he wants to kill you. God is not a fool to have put a skull to keep the brain. The most important organ in your body is your brain, kept inside by a skull. So he has been killed deliberately. There's intention clear, and also the execution, the action is very clear. So it is murder, and murder must be done by a specific person. So let no one cheat us about this matter, about this thing they're saying, oh, self-abduction, you hit your head on the wall. Let no one dissuade us, but I'm asking everybody out there to help the family to mourn. It's a time to support the family in any way you can support them. I'm sure you have already done a lot already, the media fraternity, all the young people. You have really been insisting, even when you are there. They're the one who said yesterday, do it now. And their pressure of doing now, I like the young energy. They don't wait. For us, we could say, let's wait tomorrow, but now or never. And the pathologist has confirmed that it was supposed to have been done yesterday, and it is an emergency. So in the future, let no one tell you wait. It must be done now or never. Thank you. Okay.
My people, in case you didn't know what made Albert Ojwang assassinated, this is the reason as to why. This is what he went ahead and tweeted on his X page. Imagine this is something that had been published on a magazine in Kenya, The Standard. Imagine when this magazine was published, the reporter, the editor, the whatever, the company itself was in question. But when it reached to a point that a Kenyan citizen went ahead and copy-pasted, took on his X page, tweeted there, it became a problem. And now Eliud went ahead and said there's someone tarnishing his name at the media. Why did they question the company of The Standard and went ahead and orchestrated the death of this particular innocent man, the only child in a family? And then you start telling Kenyans that you are safe under your governance, under your security. You're bandits. No. And then this stupid policeman went ahead and actually started telling Kenyans that this man committed suicide, pounded himself several times on the wall. A guy who was seeking safety, who was actually trying to ask a friend, am I safe in the Rwanda for this time being? And then you're telling us that he committed suicide? We are not safe in Kenya. Kenyans, let's admit this. And when we talk of this governance, this regime is not safe for any Kenyan, because it's like this regime rules with blood. For how long will you kill young Kenyans, the Gen Z, for you to postpone what you're doing? No.
He's saying, no. Let us make sure that this guy is arrested and all. What was Ojwang discussing that made this man kill him? It's corruption. The reason this young man was killed, he said the police service receives close to 56 billion shillings every year. This is the story. This is the big thing in this house. But we are talking about, oh, Ojwang is killed, we need to arrest. This country of ours has to be fixed. And you are the people to fix it. And you are refusing to fix it. Because we are part and parcel of the mess of our country. And when we are discussing this thing, you politicize them. You say, oh, it's broad-based. Oh, it is all about those people are the ones who are on the other side. When this thing collapses, all of you will be in the same boat, I tell you. You will hang separately. Because you are the people betraying this republic. The police officers are a consequence of our failure. That is the reality. We have refused to accept that we can fix this country, that we can work together, that we don't have to be tribal, that we can actually act as adults. But we behave like children when everybody outside is crying, saying, where are the adults in the house? I beg you people, let us sit and fix our country. What you see happening to Ojwang is a consequence of a failed system. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Samuel Ruto, tuko na matanga kama hii. Tunaomboleza. Yeye anaalika, leo anaalika wanamuziki State House wamuentertain. Badala tusikia amealika security organs kuwauliza nini imefanyika. Amealika wanamuziki. Shame on President Ruto. Shame on him. Shame on Dr. William Samuel Ruto. Tulikuwa tunataka tusikia president amekutana na security organs State House. Badala ya kukutana na security organs, amekutana na wanamuziki. Wanamtumbuiza State House. Tunataka wale ambao wamefanya hii kitendo, we want to see it rolling. Wale watu ambao wamefutwa kazi hapa Central, those are innocent people. I can tell you those are innocent people. Huyu kijana wenye walienda kumtoa huko ndio wanajua vile huyu kijana amekufa. And wale walienda kumchukua, we cannot see them anywhere in the picture. Hatuwaoni. Wale walienda kumchukua, hatuwaoni anywhere in the picture. Na niliona IPOA, chairman wa IPOA Isaac Hassan amesimama next to the IG hapa Central jana. Wanatoa press statement. And the person who has got a person of interest in this case amesimama kando yao.
Hapo.
Na Isaac Hassan anatuambia ata investigate. How will you investigate the people you are doing a joint press conference with? What will he investigate? Ata investigate nini? IPOA imekuwa a very useless body in this country. A very useless body. Tunataka wale wamefanya kitendo wachukuliwa hatua. We want to see these people go to jail na kifungo yao itupwe katika Indian Ocean. Vijana wameuawa wengi katika hii nchi, akina Rex Masai, vijana wengi wameuawa na imekuwa institutionalized. Extrajudicial killing has been institutionalized in this country. Let us say enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We have had enough. Dr. William Samoei Ruto, we have had enough of extrajudicial killing. We want the rule of law. Kama Kiberenge amekosa, ashikwe, apelekwe kotini, ashtakiwe, aende jela.
Do we have a dictator in town, and what does it? Why are Kenyans really embracing that?
Well, they are waiting for the next election. I can tell you, if Ruto gets more than 3 million votes, he will be lucky. Even the Kalenjins that he thinks they are going to vote for him blindly. The young people from that community are not going to vote for him. So I'm telling you for free.
So the crowds from Narok during his tour of the region, that could have been part of paid up crowds.
You saw the crowd even in central Kenya, where each person was being paid 1,000 shillings, and some of them they were being paid 5,000. And the border guys, they were being paid to carry 2 people, and he himself is paid not only to carry but to attend the rally.
Wacheni tu mimi niseme na mapema. Ndio kama kuna list na andiko mniweke kwa list. I can't wait to reject Finance Bill 2025. I can't wait because I know it will be something absurd. It will be something mental. I can't wait. Mniweke kwa list jameni. List ya reject.
And don't buy into the political rhetoric of trying to divide you into tribes.
Yes.
Our problems are not tribal. There is no Kikuyu problem, there is no Kalenjin problem, there is no Luo problem, there is no Somali problem. There is no Kamba problem.
Yes.
Shift share knows no tribe. The university funding model knows no tribe.
Yeah.
Joblessness knows no tribe. All these problems that we point out, they do not know any tribe.
Luchivia, labda hujui ni nani utapigia kura in 2027.
Yes.
Lakini ile kitu muhimu zaidi ni kwamba ujue yule mwenye hautapigia kura.
Yes.
Are we together? You may not know who you will vote for in 2027.
Yes.
But it is important to know who you will not vote for in 2027.
The best way for Kenyans to vote in 2027 is 2 ways. 1, don't vote for anybody who did not deliver when it came to their manifesto. Number 2, do not vote for anybody who had any previous corruption cases. For example, when it comes to Sakaja, the current Nairobi governor wants to run for a 2nd term. Now, I will be damned if I vote for Sakaja considering just one part of the manifesto, which is roads. He said that he will fix roads and he will fix drainage and water will be distributed to different parts of Nairobi. He said this and he has not delivered. Nairobi to go 2025, we are almost at the half of the year and the roads are flooding insanely even if it rains just a little bit. So what logic would someone be using if they vote for Sakaja for the 2nd time? What logic would somebody be using if they vote for Pasaris, who is definitely probably going to run again for Nairobi Women Rep, and she has not been proactive in talking about like femicide cases and protecting women, which is her job in parliament. If we just focus on those 2 things, not voting for anybody who had any corruption case and not voting for anybody who has messed up their manifesto, I feel like Kenyans will be really, really far. Instead of focusing on voting for somebody because of their tribe, because they paid you 200 shillings, because you are voting for them just so that they can remove somebody else and you hope that they are going to do something better, please, I think it's time that we remove ourselves from the situation. And also to the Kenyan youth, we are the majority. When you look at people who are 35 and under, we are the majority when it comes to the population. By 2027, let's say all of us will be adult status and all of us can get a voter's ID and actually vote. I am really, really, really encouraging people to register to vote when that time comes. Let's not vote for people because of any other reason except those two. Let's be logical this time, please. Like, our lives depend on it.
Kwani wewe utakubali upige kura mtu aibe? Wewe kama Mkenya mwenye unateseka as we speak now, utakubali uende upige kura 2027 alafu mtu achukue aongeze rais? Kwa sababu anatuambia kwamba hakuna rais ashawahi kuwa one term president. Sasa wanasema hata kama rais hatapita, watachukua kidogo kidogo kutoka kwa zile zetu waongeze rais apite. Kwani wewe kama Mkenya who are going through a very difficult times as we speak now, are you going to allow people to steal your elections? Kwani tutakuwa wajinga aina gani? Tutakuwa wajinga aina gani turuhusu watu waibe kura zetu yenye tumepiga na venye sisi tunateseka saa hii? Atuwaibe waongeze yule mwingine apate aingie kama rais. Kwani sisi tutakuwa wajinga aina gani? Si wajinga walisha Kenya. Sasa itakuwa aje mtu atuibie kura zetu?
Wakiiba itaungua. That is the truth of the matter. No way. That wakiiba, just like his agents have said that, you know what ajaza. The truth of the matter is wametuibia kutosha, wameiba pesa zetu za kutosha, wametuua ya kutosha. If William Ruto survives to the election na ajaribu kuiba, itaungua. And that's the truth of the matter.
2027 at the tallying center at the ward level, we will have Gen Z representatives to count the votes and to announce the votes. Alafu tutaungana kama Gen Z, kama ni Nairobi County, kuna Gen Z wa kule Githurai, Gen Z wa Kangemi, atatuambia ni ngapi na tutajua ni votes ngapi za rais zimepigwa katika Nairobi County, na tutafanya hivyo katika Kakamega County, tutafanya hivyo katika Bungoma County. Hamna haja
na magavana, MCA, mnataka zile za rais peke yake.
Lazima rais ametuchosha bana, lazima kwenda nyumbani.
One time. Sasa nini? Ground. Atuongea. Sawa.
Hivi venye nanawa hivi. Ndio nanawa Ruto. Nimenawa Ruto kabisa. Nimenawa Ruto. Ruto Kasongo nimekunawa.
My people, unaingia kuiva alafu unaletewa one time kama chesa. Mulisema hamutaki kuchelewa in anything. Well, Kenyans, you never disappoint, and this is the reason as to why I just love my country, Kenya. Munakuanga macho na munakuanga sete in anything. Anyway, Aluta, the struggle continues. We have to drain the swamps.
Ese yo moyo.
Ruto must go. Ruto must go. Ruto must go. Ruto must go.
Enyewe Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. By the way, Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. Wash fire, Ruto must go. Enyewe Ruto must go. By the way, Ruto must go.